We're going to go into a lot of discussion with regards to the stock market performance and, of course, a lot of new activities that is developing in the Nigerian capital market. We saw a lot of JITCO raising about 209 billion naira yesterday, and of course, we also saw the investment climate there also, declining in terms of foreign inflows. There, we also see the Nigerian brewery listing about 20.7 billion ordinary shares yesterday. We'll go into that discussion, and of course my guests will join me after this break. Don't go away. Glad to have you back. It's the Business Daily right here on Trust Television. Now we go into our conversation. We're looking at issues around the declining of foreign investment in the Nigeria capital market, and of course a lot of activities that has already kicked in the market since the beginning of the year 2025. We've seen a lot of activities there. We've seen the JITCO talking about Guaranty Trust Bank Holding Company raising about 209 billion naira in the first phase of a capital raising exercise. We saw that happen on NGX floor yesterday. We also see NGX list Nigerian breweries 20.7 billion naira ordinary shares. They also happened yesterday as well. We're also seeing a lot of interest in a mutual fund there as well on NGX. I have two gentlemen joining me to discuss this conversation. They are very strong when it comes to capital market analysis and, of course, trading as well. Jamiu Mohammed is a stockbroker and head of capital market, APT Securities Funds Ltd. He'll be joining me via Zoom from Lagos. Of course, he's right there on from Lagos. Good morning, Jamiu.
Pleasure to be here.
All right. So, Happy New Year to you.
Same to you. Same here.
All right. I also have David Adonri. David Adonri is the vice chairman of the board, Highcap Security. He also joined me via phone from Lagos. Good morning, Mr. David.
Yeah, thank you very much. Good morning, and good morning to my colleague, Mohammed Jamiu.
All right, and Happy New Year to you, sir.
Yeah, same to you.
All right, let me start with Mr. Jamiu. Mr. Jamiu, what's your take on the stock market performance in the outgoing year? A lot of activities there we saw on the floor in 2024.
Thank you, Yusuf. I would like to quickly acknowledge my doyen in the market, in the person of Mr. Adonri, the person that we normally refer to as Prof. Happy New Year to you, sir. And last year, you saw the market close on the positive territory, and you can see the level of activities has increased in the market, and you see that there is inflow of fund into the market. And not only in the market, generally into the economy. And that is why you see people investing in FPIs. And the inflow went through the FPIs. Why when you look at our market, you see that the level of money inflow is not as witnessed as what we have in the market because of the high yield rate environment. The rate in the environment is very high, so that is why they are pushing the market. And the market closed on the positive territory by 33, I think around 36%. Market closed around 30% last year. So coming into this year, you see we have started on the new notes too, and also you see the level of activities has been around the trading around the trading in the markets is around, it has been on average 15 billion every day. The participation is very impressive, and also you see the market also has also gone up in the first.
All right, we'll come back to you there, Mr. Jamiu. We'll come back to you. Let me get Mr. Dave, Prof. I see your call on the floor of NGX, like Malan Jamiu did pointed out. The stock market did well in 2024. We saw the year-to-date there nearly 38%. As well. Give us some of the oversight and factors that you think were responsible for that performance of the market, despite the fact that the larger economy was not doing well.
Thank you very much, Yusuf. Last year, 2024, can aptly be described as a record-breaking year for the Nigerian equities market. As you mentioned, the market appreciated by almost 37 or 38%, although it did not match the performance in 2023 when equities were appreciated by 35%. But records were broken in 2024. You recollect that the all-share index crossed the 100,000 mark in 2024. In fact, in March, the all-share index of NGX reached about 104,000 points, which is the highest point it has attained so far. That is at the end. At the debt end, the yield on debt also escalated last year. If you judge by the sovereign bonds index of NGX, which declined, indicated that yield on the debt in the market was much higher than the yield in the previous year. So 2024 was like a candle that was burning from both ends. And concerning the question you asked as to the possible factors that underpin the record-breaking performance of the market in 2024, well, we will say that the rally actually started in 2023 following the market reforms and backed upon by this administration. Those policies resonated well with investors, and it drove up sentiment in the market, which impacted positively on investors' confidence, both domestic and foreign. And the foreign investors too enjoyed also enhanced confidence as a result of the repayment of their funds that were trapped in Nigeria, for a very long time. So that boosted foreign investors' confidence in the market. And then equities became attractive last year as a result of the heightened activities relating to the banking sector recapitalization, which drew in a lot of funds into the capital market. And a lot of these funds actually moved into the primary market. You mentioned that foreign investors' participation in the market appeared to have waned. But what really happened was that a lot of foreign investment poured into the primary market to recapitalize the banks that had come to the market with public offerings and right issues, and also some iconic companies like Nigerian breweries and international breweries that approached the market to recapitalize. So those were the areas that took away foreign investment from the secondary market, And then the performance, the fundamentals of the market in terms of the performance of the listed companies was also impressive last year, because if you look at the dividends that listed companies paid last year, the aggregate dividends increased by about 118% when compared to the previous year. So that was an important factor that sustained the rally in the market, which started in 2023 and was sustained in 2024. So I think those were some of the factors that
drive growth,
impacted positively on the equities market in 2024.
Impressive there, Mr. David Adonri. Let me bring in Mala Jamiu. Jamiu, there is quite a very disturbing factor. Let me just mention that the declining of foreign investment in the market, it seems to be very low compared to what we used to have there on NGX. Tell us, how well are local investors positioning themselves to take advantage of the opportunities in the market?
Thank you very much. You see, when you look at this market, foreign investors have been away from our market for now, and because of the issue we have as regards to reclassification of our market to unclassified one by JP Morgan. And after that, when there was this, and that is as a result, that happened as a result of the illiquidity in our FX market, and this made our the foreign investor to leave our market for a while. But since there is liberation in this FX market, we have been seeing some of these foreign investors coming back to our market. So the local investor has been the safe haven for the market. They have been coming to take up this market. Don't forget that this local institutional investor from PFAs and other things like that, the access of PFAs now has greatly improved. It has greatly increased, and that is the reason why you see the level of participation in the market majorly from our local institutional investor. And by the time when local institutional investors have also started to pursue the high yield interest rate, high yield rate in money market and so on, and they begin to sell from the market, the retail investor they came to rescue the market. So as we speak today, and whenever you see a situation whereby one participant in the market is leaving, one investor is leaving the market, another person is there to support the market. So in essence, we have been one after the local institutional investor has begun to pursue market rate. We have seen the foreign investor also coming to them. Don't forget, the time our market is become liquid, they have devalued our naira against the dollar. And when you come back to our market, you see that most of these price compared to most of these stock prices compared to what the dollar used to be then is more cheaper. So they have to come and rescue the market for us. And that's the major thing that's happening during the market.
Indeed, still staying with you, Jamiu. Some stocks also delisted from the market last year. We saw the like of GSK leaving the Nigeria business space. We saw a few of them also left as well. How much of impact do you think this has had on the market? We also saw some listing as well. We saw the likes of Aradel and of course Transcorp Power adding so much to the market cap as well. How much of impact will you relate? Does this relate to the market performance?
You have already answered the question anyway, but let me just put some perspective into it. When you look at the total market capitalization in the beginning of the year, we were around less than 56 trillion. But before the market closed, I think we're around, if I'm not mistaken, we're above 60 trillion as regards to the market capitalization. So this has shown that, and don't forget, the market is a market, it's a free market, free entry and exit. And when you come to our market to list, you see that you are allowed to, you will be allowed to fulfill some documentation and also some requirements before you come. And whenever you come to say you want to delist, you have to delist within the what market is required from you. So in this aspect of discussion, I just want us to know that when you see companies leaving the market, you don't say completely is a bad one. It is when you see the number of those that are leaving the market is more than those that are coming to the market. And when you are seeing the market cap going down day by day, but it's not the case. That's why the fact that we have several companies that left the market during the year. We also have some listings that made the market cap to go up considerably.
Indeed, very good one there as well. Let me bring Prof now into the conversation. Prof, the market has started from where it stopped in 2024. It doesn't seem to, look back the way we're seeing. We're yet to record any negative sentiment in 2025. Tell us which stocks are taking the lead in this new year?
Well, it's like the insurance sector is unstoppable. They started their own rally last year, almost late last year, but they sustained that rally throughout last year, such that at the end of 2024, the insurance sector had appreciated by almost 100% on NGX. They have continued that rally with undiminished intensity this year. And if you look at the performance of the sector so far up to yesterday, it's been leading the other sectors in terms of how far it has appreciated. You know, so that is really very impressive, and we hope that the good performance can be sustained right into the future. But the banking sector is also showing some promises. Now, you can see that the banking sector is roaring into action. You know, you mentioned that following the recapitalization exercise, some of the banks are already undertaking their supplementary listing of the shares that arose from the exercise. Nigerian Breweries has also done a supplementary listing arising from the subsidiary offering that it did last year. So all those will boost the market capitalization of equities in the market. You know, so generally the rally appears to be moving smoothly, but like I told some of my friends in the course of discussion, I observed that the market has actually risen to a very high level, and the rally that started in 2023 and sustained itself through 2024 was majorly driven by sentiment. And we are now coming to the point where the fundamentals of the market will have to whether that sentiment can be justified in terms of the capacity of the listed companies to pay even higher dividends. That is, have increased their dividend yield this year. So that will sustain the rally in the market. Otherwise, you know, at a very high level where the index is now, it requires a lot of financial resources to push it a little bit forward, a little bit upward, you know. But we have seen the resilience of domestic investors. Domestic investors, you know, the structure of the market has changed after the global meltdown, wherein the exit of hot money brought in by foreign investors nearly crashed our market. But we have well-positioned institutional investors like my colleague Jamiu mentioned, the PFAs, and also institutional investors that have come up. Retail investors are also warming up and coming back to the market. Their confidence is increasing by the day. So with the activities of domestic investors, they have actually taken the soul of the market now, and having erected the dominance of the equities market from the foreign investors, you can see a lot of stability in the market. You can see that there was a big rally in 2023 that pushed the index to 75,000 points. That was sustained by domestic investors because there were no foreign investors. Then in 2024 again, the all-share index was escalated to over 100,000, almost to about 104,000, all through the efforts of domestic investors. So that tells you that the Nigerian equities market has, for all intents and purposes, been domesticated. So it's now dominated by foreign investors and it's not stable. So the coming in of foreign portfolio investment is like an icing on the cake now, you know, which gladdens the heart of market operators. But that is in the secondary market. In the primary market, the situation is even more impressive, because if you look at the success of the primary issues that came to market in 2024, the banking recapitalization and then the bills that came in, they were all very successful. You know, contrary to the fear of issuers in the past that their issues will be undersubscribed because of the fallover of the global meltdown or the carryover of the global meltdown. But that situation has changed now, because the Nigerian Exchange deployed technology to drive the primary market. The new public offer portal that that NGX has created has extended the reach of the primary market in Nigeria to all over the world, and increased the distribution of the public offerings that emanate from Nigeria to all investors everywhere in the world. Any investor who has access to internet and a mobile device is able to subscribe to any public offering or rights issue emanating from Nigeria. This is a game-changing event that led to increase in subscription to the offerings that hit the market in 2024. We are also very confident that in 2025, the primary market is also going to be very active and successful, as more banks come into the market to recapitalize, and a number of those iconic companies that suffered FX losses also coming into the market to repair their damaged balance sheets. We are very hopeful that these issues will be successful this year because of the new technology that has bridged time and space, allowing investors from all over the world to subscribe to Nigerian offerings. Thank you, Yusuf.
Thank you so much. Prof, still hold on. I'll still come back to you. Let me bring in Madam Jamiu. Madam Jamiu, Prof talked about the new, talking about banks coming into the market because of the recapitalization exercise of the Central Bank of Nigeria. We know that Access Bank has beat that record already. They've already, raised beyond the CBN threshold. Let's look at the JITCO that raised about 209 billion in the first phase of capital raising exercise yesterday. What can you tell us more about that exercise that happened on NGX floors yesterday?
Thank you, Yusuf. Not only GTB, every other bank that came to the market were able to raise those funds successfully. And you see GTB is one of those banks that doesn't joke with corporate governance. And because of that, that corporate governance level they had, the way they take corporate governance, people have confidence in them, and you can see when they is the second high cap stock in the market after the price of the stock is second to the high, second to Stanbic IBTC. If you look at the market price of the stocks, so this capital raising exercise is something that some investors have seen that it's going to be successful. And by the way, if you see the way this thing is being done, before the market, you see the price that these stocks have been traded. You see after the exercise, the stock has gone up considerably. And that's not only that. When you look at the bottom line of these companies, of these listed banks, you see that almost all of them have many multiples of 2. There's no any investment, or there's no any listed company outside the source of Nigeria that will be trading at any multiple of 2. So this made some of these investors to come out to come and invest in this company, and that is why you see them that it's been successful. Look at those report that they have dished out so far. From first, second, and third quarter reports, you see that most of them have any multiples of 2. So any stock that have any multiples of 2, any day, anytime, you are is a profitable investment from anywhere, no matter what criteria or category of investor you want to go into. A stock that give you any multiple of 2 is investing, and that is why you see the level at which the investor come after this stock. That is why the primary market issue of GTP was so successful. So also other banks.
Indeed, talking about being successful, Malam Jamiu, we discovered that most of these offerings are only open to these banks shareholders. When are they going to open it to the public? Are we expecting any IPO from any of the bank anytime soon? Do you have any information that you have to maybe let us know?
Yeah, I don't know when they are coming out for that. I know some banks did public offer too. The combination of public offer together with right issue. But the truth of the matter is that, most of these core investors in some of these listed banks, they don't want to lose the control of the company. So if more you bring new people into your company, it's possible that you lose some of the control that you are enjoying before, and that isn't why they go for right issue. So the time they are coming for public offer, I don't know yet, but I know that whenever there's need arise, when there is need, when the need arise, they will come out for it. But don't forget that most of these core investors, they don't want to dilute their investment. They don't want to dilute the investors, and so they don't want to lose the control over the company. So that is the reason why they choose the option of going after the right issue.
Issues. Indeed, very good one there, Malam Jamiu. Let me bring in Prof. Prof, we saw NGX listing Nigeria Breweries 20.7 billion ordinary shares yesterday. Talking about Prof now, talk to us more about that deal that happened on the floor of NGX yesterday.
Yeah, the supplementary listing arose from the recent public offering or rights issue that was floated by Nigerian breweries in the later part of 2024. That offering was very successful, and the Nigerian breweries actually came to the equities market to raise funds to repair his balance sheet that apparently had been adversely affected by the huge FX foreign exchange loss arising from the floating of they succeeded in raising enough capital, not only to cover that loss position, but also to refinance some of their short-term debts, which had been making them to incur huge finance costs. So the recapitalization exercise in general enabled or will enable Nigerian breweries to have enough working capital with which to drive its business once more into profitability. So it is hoped that they have enough war chest now with which to operate and limit their costs so as to boost their bottom line. So it's a wonderful development and a key achievement recorded by Nigerian breweries, and also for investors in that security. Because if you know what Nigerian breweries is to investors in the market, is an iconic stock that has made a lot of investors in the Nigerian market. You know, before the other big wigs came to the market like MTN, Dangote Cement, Boa Cement, and so on and so forth, Nigerian breweries was the toast of investors in the market. And I can tell you because I have a lot of investors who, by virtue of their investment in Nigerian breweries, actually earned a lot of income with which they build houses, in Nigeria. So, and it's a stock that has a large number of investors, in there. So, with the success of the offering and the listing of the offer, is a wonderful development both for Nigerian breweries and also for the investors who are in there, as we look forward to the company bouncing back from loss making to profitability moving forward.
All right.
Thank you, Yusuf.
All right, Prof. Malam Jamiu, let's quickly look at how the current market pattern is. You are there on the trading floor, or you're monitoring the trading activities on NGX. Tell us of course, the current position of the market and how do you think it will likely end the day?
As we speak now, the market is has traded about 6 billion worth of stock. We have traded at 580 million units of stocks, and the market has lost 0.27%. So when you look at all these stocks, you look at sectorial indices, you realize that NGX growth board has lost 0.1%, and to just mention, you see that the most battered stock as we speak this morning is insurance stock. Insurance stock has been witnessing some kind of surge in the market in the recent time, and all these companies, all these insurance stock, all these listed insurance stock, touch the highest price for today, but as we speak, most of them are trading at the lowest price of the day. So the insurance stock that has been chosen of the investor is now in the red, and the NGX insurance in the index is now at is now losing about 5.48% just between this morning and now. So when you look at this trend now, you will see some stock. When you look at the top gainers as we speak now, the top gainers, and the top losers.
All right.
You will realize that we have stocks like hello.
Yeah, I'm with you, Malam Jamiu.
Okay. You see, you have stocks on the gainer chart. You have Len Africa, which has gained 9.9%. You have Multiverse, which has gained 9.6%. You have Thomas Rewards, which has gained 9.47%. But on the other side, on the loser side, you will see that it's the insurance company that led the loser chart, and that's where we are as we speak now.
All right, Malam Jamiu, just let me give a Prof 30 seconds. How do you expect the market to close today, Prof?
Yusuf, you have put me on a serious, a very hot seat. The market is laden with uncertainties. It's so difficult to predict the equities market and say precisely this is the direction where it will end at the end of the day.
All right.
But with regards to the figures and the situation that my dear colleague Mohammed has just read out, you can see that the arrowhead of the market is getting fatigued. That
indeed.
is the insurance sector.
Indeed.
So, like yesterday, the insurance sector actually drove the performance, the positive performance of the market. So, if that sector is down now, the likely is that the market may be flat, or it may not actually appreciate today.
All right, Prof.
But let's hope that other sectors will rise up today, like the banking sector,
to push up the market.
Yeah.
All right, Prof. I must thank you, David Adonri, Vice Chairman of the Board, Highcap Highcap Securities. I must thank you for your time and contribution on the show. Of course, Jamiu Mohammed, Stockbroker, Head of Capital Market, APT Securities and Funds Limited. Thank you, gentlemen, for your contribution. Of course, for turning up despite the very short notice.
Always a great pleasure.
Pleasure.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. With that is a wrap on the show today. We'll be back again tomorrow. I am Yusuf Akogun.